Ignore my voice and how I sound super nasally. I'm not sick, but I don't know what's going on with my voice. It might be allergies. It could also be because the first half of this week was like in the 30s, 40s, and then the second half of this week was 70s, 80s. But recently, like a week ago, Fortnite came out with Save the World for free. And I was originally going to post it as a gaming video, but I realized at the end of the recording, I had like nothing good to say about it. So instead, I just decided to make a commentary video because I have very strong opinions about it coming out for free and just about what they could have done to make it a more like better experience, and what they did was actually like nothing. So when I loaded up Fortnite about a week ago and I saw that Save the World was free to play, I was very excited because I had only played it one singular time on my dad's account because I wouldn't have had to pay for it. And so I was excited. I was like, finally it's free to play. And when I did play it last time, I really liked it. But then like somehow they changed it, but they didn't change it at the same time. And now it just kind of sucks, and I did not really enjoy playing it. Now, I have a list of 5 things written that I just did not like about the game when I played it when it came out free to play. So let's just get into that because I have opinions. Number 1, and it's the thing that stuck out to me instantly, was the graphic. Like, we are coming out with this game free to play and we won't even take the time to update the graphics. When I played this on my dad's account, I did not care about the graphics. I was like, okay, yeah, this came out, what, like 10 years ago now? Like, the graphics aren't gonna be perfect, but you're re-releasing this free to play and you have not updated anything. And you could say, oh well, the only thing that they are doing is making it free to play. They never said that they were gonna make it look like a brand new game, but they took the time to put newer battle pass characters in it, and they couldn't have taken the time to, I don't know, upgrade the graphics just a little bit. Like, it doesn't have to look like Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? It's Fortnite, nobody expects that from them. But to see the same graphics as 10 years ago when it was released, even though it's clear and obvious that they have added stuff to the game mode, was just kind of disappointing. And that brings me to point number 2. The story and the gameplay weren't really anything that fun. I remember having a lot more fun when I played it when it wasn't free to play. And the stories are generally the same that they used to be. And that's not really a negative thing in my opinion, but it's also not really a positive thing. I kind of just have neutral opinions on the story. It wasn't anything crazy immersive, and the gameplay was just the same thing that I played the first time I tried Save the World. Those 2 aspects hadn't changed, and I'm neutral about it. Like, is this gonna be my favorite game mode by Fortnite? No, but you know, it'll be fun to play if you want to waste time, I guess. My problem comes in with the fact that it doesn't feel like it's the end of the world. The monsters we fight are like zombies in a way, and it's not even like it's hard to kill them, it's just a few shots. Which, by the way, it's like a gacha game now, so you can get cards that just give you a crap ton of ammo. Also, not only that, we have a ton of power, we have technology, and hunger and food and water doesn't even really play a role in your survival unless you need to heal up. And I get it, Fortnite has a different lore than the average survival zombie game, and a lot of Fortnite's original lore started with Save the World, but it doesn't feel like we honestly really need to save the world. Like, with all this technology we have, low-key, if we just like share a tiny bit with the survivors out there, they'll legit just be fine. Zombies will be dead in like 3 seconds. Like, what? And maybe it's because I'm a new gen and I only started playing like 2019, but I just don't feel like the gameplay is very fun if there's nothing to work towards. Like, you can do very little foraging and you have enough to build like 18 walls. You don't have to rely on food or water for survival, and you already start off with a crap ton of ammo. Like, I get the whole point of the game is to just point and shoot at some zombies, but that's just it's very dull, I feel like. Now, number 3 that I had was the fact that there was lots of glitches and bugs. When I played, I was supposed to save this girl from being eaten by a bunch of zombies, right? But I could hear her scream and yell, help, I need help, but she was nowhere to be found. because I had accidentally found the guy in the quest that I was doing, she just despawned. But the game was still saying she was there. I ran around for what felt like hours until I realized that the zombies that were supposed to spawn so that you can save her also had not spawned. They had just shown the purple tornadoes like they are meant to spawn, but they just didn't spawn by the storm. They were not there. So I was hearing this girl say, "Help me, I need help," and she wasn't actually there. Only that earlier on, the blue orb things that you have to pick up, one was showing on my map, but when I was directly on it, it was not there. Now maybe the second one is, a skill issue and I'm just blind, but there are definitely glitches in this game and bugs that it's just disappointed didn't get fixed before it became free to play. Like, how are you gonna release this to your fans, but it's obvious that you didn't try to update anything at all. Now, on the topic of NPCs, another thing that I don't like was the animations for the NPCs. This whole game mode was still very much giving 2016, okay? So when you down someone in Battle Royale and they'll fall down, and then when you kill them, the blue UFO thingy above their head will spawn? Yeah, it does the same thing for NPCs when you save them, except they just stand there, and then after the animation is done, they just despawn. Not only that, like, a lot of things just despawn for some reason. Maybe I just didn't enjoy this game because I was nitpicking everything, but I feel like if you're going to release something and you want it to do well, you should try to update it. Maybe starting with the graphics, the animation, the story. Like, what are we doing? And I think this is all a plot for Fortnite to get money, because I think the Save the World skins that they released in the shop have something to do with this lazy, low effort release of Save the World. Like, it's common knowledge that Fortnite is just kind of money hungry in general, like raising V-Bucks prices and putting out literal AI brain rot skins for kids. Not only that, they've done about every collaboration under the sun. But I'm just gonna be honest, I feel like they released this game so that they could release Save the World skins. Oh, the game is for free, don't you want an iconic character to play as? And you might be thinking, oh well, that's kind of cheap, they're only 1,200 V-Bucks. But they look like they should be about 800 V-Bucks, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not the Cuddle Team Leader, because that is an iconic skin of Fortnite's. But all the other skins definitely look like they should have been around the 800 mark, as Fortnite has released better looking skins for about 800 in the past. But now you can get less V-Bucks for about the same price that you could get them before. So now actually it's kind of expensive a little bit. Say you have 0 V-Bucks. You could get the 800 V-Bucks for $9, but then you would still need 300 V-Bucks. So then you go to buy another 800 because there's no 500 V-Buck option, just to find out that you could actually get 300 V-Bucks for $5. So now you're like, well, obviously I gotta get the 300 V-Bucks for $5. But then after you realize you've just spent $14, which is actually like $15 if you include the tax. So now you've spent $15 for a $12 skin, and guess what? You don't have any V-Bucks left over after you buy that $12 skin. That $5 that you spent didn't get you 500 V-Bucks, it only gave you the amount that you needed to complete the purchase, which was 300. Now maybe this is a stretch, but I truly feel like releasing Save the World like this was just a tactic to get more money. Am I wrong for thinking that? Because literally nothing has changed. Like, maybe they added a gacha system, maybe that has changed, but I didn't really know enough of the original game to say, oh yeah, so much has changed, but it really honestly feels like nothing has changed. But there are definitely skins in the shop that are $15, so go all out, buy those guys. But overall, I'm just kind of disappointed. Doesn't seem like they made any effort to change it or make it better in any way. They just wanted to release it to make money off of skins, it feels like. Which, if they wanted to do that, they should have just released the skins and kept it a $40 game. Because literally nothing has changed.